You're looking good.
Tell the person you are looking very blessed.
Hello, my brother. Come on, man of God. You're looking beautiful.
Tell the person that you are blessed and you are favored. You are blessed and you are favored. You are blessed and you are favored. Thank you, Jesus. We thank God. I want to promote all of you to come to the front, especially Prophet Josh and his beautiful wife. We thank God. This morning, I feel like talking about faith because why? I had a dream. I was in the same room with my son, Jehu, and then God came there. And God asked Jehu, Jehu, I want you to define faith for me. And I'm standing there, I said, God, I'm his father. You should ask me. You know, but God was waiting for Jehu to explain what faith was. Then God was going to give me the chance to explain. So I remember waking up from my bed and I'm just lying down and I was saying, okay, define faith, define faith. But God never gave me the chance to explain my version. So I felt like He wants me to explain my version after I woke up. So I said, God, okay, where can I find the definition of faith? I was thinking, I said, oh, it's in His word. I will find it in His own word. I don't know what Jehu was telling God, but God was like kind of happy. I was not hearing the answer because God wanted me to do my own research. And so when I started preparing my message, and God was telling me that you have to have faith from the point of a child. So that's the reason why you saw your son. And I was talking to your son because he would give me a better answer than you. I said, what? No, I cancelled that. How can you tell me that my son will tell you what faith is more than me, the matured man? So then I said, okay, God, we will start. So the first Bible verse I want us to go to is Habakkuk 2 verse 4. So let's see. And as we are looking for the verse, then I can just tell you a little bit about children. So now I'm trying to study children to know only the Bible. And I realize that there is a way my son sees me. My son sees me to be more greater than Donald Trump. I can't believe that. My son sees me to be more powerful than the Prime Minister of Sweden. My son sees me to be greater than anybody else. That's the first thought. So how do I see the God who is asking me about faith? How do I see the God who is asking me to define faith in Him? So if my son has faith in me, that my father is able to give me everything. You know, sometimes we can get in trouble by telling our son something that we are going to do. He goes to school and he evangelizes the whole message to the whole school that my father is going to take me to Summer Love. As if people cannot go to Summer Love. But he's so proud that his father is going to do that. What has God told you and you are not advertising it? What has God told you and you are not happy about God? What has God said and you don't believe in it? Amen. So Habakkuk says, he says that behold, his soul is buffeted up. It is not upright within him, but the righteous shall live by faith. So the word I'm getting there is that I want all of us to come to realize that God is expecting us to do what? To live by what?
Faith.
Faith. So when I'm not living by faith, how am I living then? I am living in sin. So I said the first thing, I said, God, I'm telling you, I was talking to God. I said, faith is a lifestyle, a way of living. Faith is a lifestyle. At all, throw a steed, a leaf steed, a set must live. So when you know a man of faith, you can see that it is a man of faith. A man of faith doesn't look in his pocket. A man of faith doesn't look at his color. The day you have faith, you will not even look at your color. When God says go, you will go. The day you have faith, you don't look at your pockets. The day you have faith, you don't look at your CV. When you have faith, you don't look at those things. Those things, man wants to use those things just to remind you of yourself. But when you start listening to God, you are no more of yourself, now you are of God. So if God say I should, then I will. So there will be no limitation. Faith has no color.
Amen.
Yeah, faith has no color. And faith is a force, is a spirit that will come upon you. When you are walking with somebody who has faith, it will affect you. Your way of believing will change. The way you see things will change. When you have faith and you are walking, even if you don't have faith, walk with somebody who has faith, because he will pour the oil upon you. You know, the days you are down, call a Christian that you know has faith in God. Don't call an unbeliever, because the unbeliever's faith will come over you. And before you realize, the spirit upon the unbeliever is also upon you, and you too will not believe God. But when you walk with people who have faith, you will do great things. Say amen to that.
Amen.
So faith is a lifestyle, is a way of living. You know, everything you do, you will decide whether you are in faith or you're out of faith. Everything we do. From the day, from this morning, from the way you woke up by bathing, you have faith that you can go and stand under the shower and you will open the tap and you don't know the water is coming from, but you will bath. You have faith. You have faith in Cobi. You have faith in OSB. You have faith in the building you are living. You didn't see the water, but you apply faith. You stir up the tap and the water came. Even to the level that you can even adjust the thermometer of the kind of water you want to bath. You have faith. Amen. Hallelujah. So everything we do it based on faith. Amen. There's a story somebody told me. He said there was an earthquake, and people ended up on the tree. Some people ended up somewhere, and there was a guy who was holding on to a branch, and God came. The guy prayed. He said, "God, help me, help me." Now the quake has stabilized, but this guy was still holding on to the branch so strong, and God said, "Let go of the branch. I will help you." The guy didn't have faith to believe in what God said. He was still holding on to the branch. Holding on to the branch, and God said, "Let go, let go, let go." The guy held on to that thing and died there. But do you know what happened? The guy was this feet away from the ground. Did you get it? This is the ground. His feet was just here. If he would have just let go of the branch, he would have just landed and walked away. But because he didn't have faith, he was holding on to the branch so strong. And then another wind or whatever came and killed the guy. And everybody was like, why couldn't this guy just let go of the branch and then land and walk away before the storm came? He didn't have faith. He wanted to see the ground before he would trust God. So you have to know this, that when you tell your child, I'm going to buy you something, even though at that moment you don't have the money, your child has faith in you. And your child will continue to remind you, Papa, man, you saw, Daddy, you say you're going to buy me this stuff. That is our prayer life. Are you getting what I'm saying? So our prayer life reminds us that we have a Father who we need to remind. Amen. So it doesn't mean that just because I have faith, I prayed once, I need to go back to God and remind him. You have to be like a child. Haven't you seen how troublesome children can be? If you dare promise them one thing, you are finished. If you promise them one thing, you are done. You are done. If you are not ready, don't say it. So Mommy, we are trying to be very careful. When Alexis will say that, didn't you people say, when we get home, you will give us an ice cream? I said, no, we didn't say you get an ice cream. We say when you become very, very good, and very good, and very good, one day we will give you an ice cream. That gives us freedom, at least to hold an ice cream for 1 month. Hallelujah. So when God promised you that my child, I will bless you. God has put himself into trouble.
Amen.
Because every day you have to come to God and say, God, your promise. Your promise. And then you see, if Jehu and Alexis know that they are going to get an ice cream, there's a way their behavior also becomes. If they are doing something, it's okay, you get a minus, you will not get the ice cream. They change. It's better than beating them. Sometimes I think screaming, but I find out that, oh, this ice cream and these things work better. So we are using that. So what God has promised you, you go to God, you remind him. So your lifestyle must be of what? Faith. Amen. So I am telling God, God, faith is a lifestyle, is a way of living. Amen. Amen. Genesis chapter 15 verse 6. Genesis chapter 15 verse 6. Before you get there, I'll tell you about Abraham, a man who God has promised him. First of all, God told him, leave your father's house, go to a place you don't know, but as you trust me along the road, I will show you where you'll be going. Okay, fine. The guy said, even though I'm in my father's house, I don't feel so fulfilled, I don't feel so happy, I feel some kind of restless. I'll follow this voice. He took the journey, he was going. He knows that his wife is not bearing fruit, everything is not going the way he wants to go. But he had a nice conversation with God, and God told him, this is from verse 1 and then going, God said, Abraham, lift up your eyes and look into the sky. You see the stars that are there, if you can number them, this is how many your children are going to be. Okay, fine. Now, for God to say that to somebody, it is a little bit mind-boggling or mind-blowing that you are going to have so many children. Whilst my wife have never had one child, well, you say I'm going to have so many children. Okay. So Abraham has to just advise himself, and this is what he said. And he believed the Lord, and he counted it to him as righteousness. So there's another version that says that it was added to his account. I love that version. It was added to his account. That is a basic English one. And King James says that it was appointed unto him or counted. So he has not received that many children, but yes, just because God said it. And he said, God, you know what, I don't have a choice. I'm going to trust you. It was added to his righteousness. Has he done anything righteous? No. Just because he trusted God. He said, God, you are big. You promise and you will do. So when you believe God, it's also righteousness. Amen. When you believe God, it's righteousness. Amen. Anytime God says something and you believe it, it's righteousness. I mean, tell somebody sitting close to you that believe God, because it will be added to your righteous account. So that means you have an account of righteousness, you have an account of unbelief. Yeah, there's an account of unbelief where the days we didn't believe God, there's an account there where we didn't believe. Amen? And then we have an account of righteousness. So the only reason why the Bible says it was added, which is plus, that means there's something there already. Amen? Amen. There's something in Abraham's account, and God said, I'm adding this one to it because you trust me. Amen? Amen. Not having faith in the Lord is a sin. Anytime you don't apply faith, you've committed a sin. Now vi inte hållit tro, så har vi syndat. When we don't have faith, we've sinned. If you know that this is what God wants to do and you don't do it, you've sinned. Yeah. And when you don't apply faith, you sin. Numbers chapter 14 verse 11. So my second point, I was telling God, okay God, I must live by faith. I must apply faith in my daily living. Amen. Everything I do, I must do it out of faith. I cannot do anything out of unbelief. You know, the days you don't believe God, there's a way you handle people. The days you don't believe God, there's a way you relate to people. When you don't believe God, there's a way you think. Amen? Amen. Yeah. Then you start thinking, let me save myself. For this God, I don't know when he's going to come. That's how your thinking becomes. Let me try and secure myself. For this God, I don't know what He's going to do for me, because I've been trying to wait for Him and things are not going the way. So let me try and save myself. You are living out of faith. Amen?
Amen.
Tell the person sitting close to you, don't live out of faith, but live in faith. Don't commit the sin of unbelief. Now this is another wonderful story. This is the children of Israel, after God has blessed them and done so many things before their eyes. And then Numbers chapter 14, verse 11, it says, and God is saying, and the Lord said to Moses, how long will these people despise me? Another Bible verse says that, how long will these people turn against me? So when you don't have faith in God, you are against God. When you don't have faith in God, you are what? Against God. Say it. I want you to say it.
When you don't have faith in God, you are against God.
Yeah. Because God can only walk in faith. God can only be seen in faith. So when I'm not walking in faith, I am against God. When I don't believe God, I am an enemy to God. Amen. I might think that I love God, but I'm against God. Okay? Despise me. How long will they not believe in me? In spite of all the signs that I have done amongst them, in spite of everything that I've done for them, in spite of everything that I've done for them, to them, in their presence. Another Bible verse said that all the miracles I have done in their face, not behind them. Everybody here, God has done so much in your life that you should have enough faith.
Amen.
That amen was doubtful.
Amen.
Yeah, somebody says, he hasn't given me my car yet. He hasn't given me my Lamborghini yet. He hasn't given me my house yet. He hasn't. Yeah, so your amen was a little bit, but let your amen be strong, because He has done so much for you.
Amen.
Amen. He said, all the things I've done, everything I've done in your face, the miracles, the protection and the deliverance from death, everything I've done for you, you still need more. Can you imagine God splitting the Red Sea and all these things? You know, letting manna rain. One day I'm going to preach about manna. And still, they don't want to believe. I pray that you will remember the signs of God. Amen. And you will have faith in Him.
Amen.
So what is God saying here? He said God expects faith or demands faith from us. God is expecting faith. Sometimes, you know what we do to deceive ourselves? I am waiting for God to do something big and I'll have faith. No. God is waiting for you to have faith. Ibland så ser vi, jag ska vänta till Gud har gjort något märkligt. Då ska jag bestämma mig att ha tro. But God is saying, ha tro nu. Tro på mig nu. Have faith in me now, not later. Because faith is what? Now. Faith is a decision you have to take now, not in the future. Not that when God has given me everything, then I'll have faith. Everybody can believe God when they have received everything. It's very simple. But the definition of a true faith is when you don't have it, but you trust Him. Amen? Amen. All the things I've done before then. So God is what? Demanding faith and is expecting faith. Say to the person sitting close to you that God is demanding faith from you. God is requiring faith from you.
God is requiring faith from you.
The next verse, Numbers chapter 20 verse 12. Numbers chapter 20 verse 12. God is demanding faith from us. He is demanding faith. He wants you to have truth. You will have truth on him. No matter what you're going through, it's part of whatever you're going through. He wants you to trust Him. He wants you to have faith in Him. Faith in Him. Faith in Him. Numbers 20 verse 12. And the Lord said to Moses and Aaron, because you did not believe in me to uphold me as holy in the eyes of the children of Israel, therefore you shall not bring this assembly into the land that I have given them. Now, not having faith can cause you not to go to where God has promised for you to go. It's very important.
Yes.
Because it's very easy for us to say that in spite of whatever that will happen, I will become. But God demands us to walk in faith so that the people we are dragging along. Can you imagine Moses not having faith and still he walks with the children of Israel to the promised land? Do you know that will be a generation of rebellion people? Because they say, I saw my leader disobey God, and yet still God blessed us. So why should I obey God? Are you getting what I'm saying? So God is now telling Moses and Aaron, the one you walk with is a very, very important thing. You have to know, the person I'm working with, is he a person of faith or is he a person of unbelief? Now, I don't know which one of them took the decision, but Moses and his brother, they say, the two of you will not carry these people to the promised land because you did not have faith. So who is your friend? The word will say, show me your friend and I'll tell you who you are and I'll tell you where you are going. If still your friends are womanizers and alcoholics or chain smokers, whatever, then you know where you are going. If your friends are liars, people who hate God, people who don't cherish the things of God, you know where you are going. So show me your friend and I'll show you who you are and I'll show you where you are going. Because if you can be comfortable with that kind of person around you, ministering negativity to your heart and your mind, you know, no matter how good you can see somebody, as long as you keep hearing bad things, your belief or your love for the person will change. Okay? We were talking about Adam and Eve in the Bible says, no matter how Eve believed that God was good, I mean, you are the only woman. Which woman would you want that? You are the only woman on the planet with one guy that you love. Finish. No competition. No need to check your hairstyle. For Adam, no matter what Eve will do with her hair, beautiful. Because there's no other woman to compare the hairstyle with. Because they know the women. The women know what Santa we like by using our eyes. Whilst you are looking at another woman's hair, then your woman will tap you and say, you know honey, that hairstyle, I know how to do it. Next week I'm doing one for you. They can see. They can see through our eyes. So if you don't have a problem, there's no woman to compete with you. Are you getting me? But as she spent time with Satan, Satan convinced her that give up on God. And she did. Amen. So the person you walk with, the person you talk with, the person who keeps advising you, it is a very dangerous thing. It's a very dangerous thing. Because some of us, we can't think for ourselves, even though God has done so many good things in our life. Somebody can keep talking, and before you realize your heart, your mind have changed. You can just go to the supermarket and meet one friend. And the friend say, oh, me, I've stopped going to church. Me, all those church things, I'm not involved anymore. I'm living my life. I'm living correct. No, I have some orphanage somewhere. I send some money to. I do good. All this church. Before you realize, it's in your heart. You are defiled. Amen. So I pray that your heart will block messages like that. Amen. So he said that you will not go there with these people. Don't look back to what God has delivered you from. When I reach here, God says, some of you are looking back to your old ex-girlfriends, old boyfriend. That guy was better. You are with another woman, and you are looking back to another woman. She was good in this way, and he is better here. She is better. Say, don't go back to Egypt. I have delivered you from Egypt. Look at where you are, and let me carry you to the promised land. Tell somebody, don't look back. Tell somebody, don't look back. I see you looking back. Don't look back. Don't go back. Don't go back. The children of Israel are now looking backwards. They are. You see, this is the problem. Let me tell you something else. The problem with us is that they are asking for meat, and they are comparing meat to fish. They say in Egypt we used to eat fish, but now they are asking God for meat. Meat is it's supposed to be a little bit more valuable, but now the word have changed. Now fish is more valuable than meat. Okay? But back then, the meat is for rich people. They say, where are we going to get meat to eat? But we remember we used to catch fish in Egypt, and we used to have salad. But God has brought us to the desert here, and what God kept on giving us was manna. Some sweet, funny taste of something. Now we bake cakes with it. I get what I'm saying. And they get tired. You see, they get tired of manna, but they don't know that the manna has all the vitamins that they needed to journey, to further their journey. Amen. Somebody said that don't eat what you like, but eat what you need to eat. Because if you're always eating everything you like, you will not look good. But there are some things that you don't like, but you have to eat them so that you will look good. Who likes salad? I don't like salad. I said, why chew leaves? And when I was growing up in Ghana, there was a song they were singing. And later when I grew up, and I said, now I understand the song. The old folks were singing that back then salad was not, had no value. So they say, I'm not a goat to chew salad or to chew leaves. So that song was there. So me too, I was growing up, I said, everywhere I go, when they want to give me salad, I say, no salad. I'm going for the raw thing. Then I came to Sweden and I realized that salad is more expensive than even the common rice and all the other stuff. So I said, what is happening here? And they tried to tell me that salad is what you need to make yourself strong. It's to help your body, it's to help this, that. I said, my people down there say, only goats eat salad. Sometimes don't go, there is complaining and there is praying. You can go into your prayer room and you can be complaining instead of praying. Okay? These people were complaining, and the Bible said that it reached the ears of God. God heard it. Good, heard it. Adam clogged. He said, okay, meat you want. Is only meat you want? Even the man of God that they are sent to go and tell God that we are complaining, in case God don't hear our complaint. The man of God went to God, who is Moses. And Moses too said that, listen, these people you've given me to carry, I mean, the load is too much. Now you are telling me you are going to give them meat. Where is the meat going to come from? How many cows and how many goats are we going to, slaughter here for all these people to get meat? He left that to God. Amen? Amen. And Moses was frustrated. You see, the people you are leading, if you are not strong, they will frustrate you. And you will miss your mark. The problem I see with Moses cares about the people. He loved the people. Moses älskar folket. Han bryr sig så mycket. The reason why God said you will not go, because God told him, Moses, when you go, speak to the rock, and the miracle of living water will come. But Moses went and hit the rock twice. And because of that, and he was doing it in favor for God. But then when you start talking, then you will see the person stand where he's standing or where she is standing. They cannot exalt God. The more you talk about God, the more you torture them. Because they are out of the belief of God. So why are you still talking about God when we are all supposed to hate God? Because God is not doing things for us. And you are still talking well of God. So God is saying to Moses and Aaron that you cannot speak well of me because you don't have faith. People who don't have faith cannot speak well of God. När vi inte har tro kan vi inte tala gott om Jesus. Vi kan inte tala gott om Gud. You will just start talking negative things about God because you are out of faith. Amen? Amen. But be in faith. When you meet somebody who is in faith, he can take away your unbelief instantly. You meet somebody on the street who is full of faith. Hey, my God is good. Oh, hey. You will lose every doubt. Because you see somebody who is in faith. But when you meet somebody also who is out of faith, who is also tired of God, the two of you will be standing at one place. What can we do? We are just trying to do our best now. We serve him. Yeah. So will you go for prayer meeting? I will see you. If there's time, I'll go. Will you go for one night? Man have to take care of children. I don't know. You're out of faith. Somebody who is in faith will say, I'm grabbing my children, I'm grabbing my dog, I'm grabbing my cat. We are going to serve God. No, amen. Oh, amen. Faith has power to rob unbelief. Faith will swallow unbelief. Just like the rod of Moses swallowing the serpents of the magicians. Amen. So you always make sure. That is why I love when somebody call me and say, praise the Lord. And now your hallelujah tells me whether we are going to have a nice chat about God or not. If your hallelujah is like, hallelujah. Hey, good morning, sir. Oh, I'll repeat it again. I say, praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
And the person say, okay, hallelujah. By then, the unbelief and the pain is out. I remember somebody called me from our best for me. And I said, praise the Lord. The person was like, what? Or you're coming to faith. I said, no. You're coming direct. I mean, somebody from our best family called me, all right? And the person, maybe I've called the wrong number. I'm expecting to talk to Cobi Washington. And you didn't answer by. I said, no. Yeah, I am Cobi Washington and I'm praising the Lord with you. I get what I'm saying? Hallelujah. Yes. Later did I know that even the man at Harvest Family used to go and watch gospel shows. So when we had the meeting, I went there and he said, have you been to this gospel show at Shesiba before? There's a very beautiful choir, Shesiba Shilka. You should go and listen to them. I said, my God. So the praise the Lord that slipped out of my mouth, it was not a mistake. And I like these Harvest when they are calling something, their numbers are funny. So, I gave it to him and that bonded us. It should stand. It should stand for Jesus Christ.
Amen.
So, he says here, he says faith is measured. Another translation said that Moses, you have little faith. Little faith. You and Aaron has little faith. Not much faith. Here he says that you don't have faith at all. The other place said little faith. Jesus also said that if you have faith as small, so that means faith can be measured. You can have somebody whose faith is great. Somebody whose faith is very small. Amen?
Amen.
So you need to connect. If your faith is very small, connect with people whose faith is great. Amen.
Amen.
My last two verses and I'm done. So it says here, Hebrews chapter 11 verse 1. Hebrews. And something that also I have there. Okay, before we go to Hebrews, go to Exodus chapter 4 verse 24. It's a very dangerous verse that is making me want to talk to God. I'm talking to God all the time. I sit, I'm eating, I'm talking to God. I'm bathing, I'm talking to God. I'm always talking to God. This verse is very dangerous. Amen. Now this is Moses, who God has had a long chat with, that I'm sending you to Egypt to go and deliver my people. Okay? I'm sending you to Egypt to go and deliver my people. Okay? So there's a calling upon him. There's a calling upon Moses. Moses of the careless. Okay? And he's about to go. Now, on his way going, at the lodging place on the way, the Lord met him and sought to put him to death. What is that? You send me to go and deliver your people, and you meet me at a certain place and you want to kill me. This will wake up all your hair on your back. Yeah. I just had a beautiful chat with God. Go and deliver my people. I will go. Now, let me tell you the reason why. Now, next verse. And this is talking about leadership. God, you see, the law God gives to you is not only for you, but it's for you, your children, and everybody around you. Are you getting what I'm saying? Then Zipporah took a flint and cut off her son's foreskin and touched Moses' feet with it and said, surely you are a bridegroom of blood to me. Moses, you have a son. You haven't circumcised the child. And you're about to carry, you see, even though the people he's going to deliver, they are in bondage, but because this is their belief, you need to adjust yourself before you go and meet your people. Moses was in his way, and he's now in a hotel. Let me put it in today's language. He and his wife has logged into a hotel, so that the next morning they will further their journey. And instantly, illness hit Moses, which was supposed to kill the man of God. And the wife, being so sensitive, understanding that this man is a man under the blood covenant, he has a covenant with God. So who is around me that is not fulfilling the covenant of God? The woman realized that Moses' son has not been circumcised. So he cut off the foreskin and hit it at the feet of Moses. And then the demon that was supposed to kill Moses of illness left Moses. And she now prophesied to, you see, when you are living with a prophet, you become a prophetess. If your husband is a prophet, you become a prophetess. If your wife is a prophetess, you become a prophet. The thing that was frustrating Moses couldn't think so much about God. He was frustrated about, how am I going to stand before these people and tell them that God has sent me? So that was what is on his mind. But the woman was looking around their life. So the woman said, the next verse. So the woman said that you are a bridegroom, but you are a covenanted person. So he let him alone. It was then that she said, a bridegroom of blood, because of the circumcision. I'm not saying that today force yourself to circumcise your children, but I'm saying that whatever that is happening around you, any door we open, it comes into our relationship, it comes into our children's life. Sometimes when you see your children behaving a certain way, it could be we who has opened the door. Maybe the boy has been stubborn all this while, and the parents couldn't do anything about it. But now God is taking it to the next level. That you are going back to your people. I have a covenant with them. They might be in bondage, but you need to clean the house before you go there. So God can have a calling upon us, and if we do not fear the Lord to walk in holiness, we can encounter danger. This sickness was supposed to kill him, but he didn't die. So I just have to chip that one in, so that you know that, yeah, you can be called, but we still have to fear God, and we have to do what God has said. Amen? Amen. Now you can go to Hebrews chapter 11 verse 1, and I pray that I'll be able to fast forward it. I have a few minutes to salute them. Amen? Are you there? Good. Hebrews. So we are talking about faith. We are talking about faith. We are talking about faith. Remember that no calling is too great for you when you are in God. Who has said, but you say that this can your order. And so long do a mail, amen. God will help you to do it. Now faith is the assurance. This translation says assurance. Another one says evidence. Another one says substance. So faith is a thing. Faith is a thing. It's something. At all through they ain't no thing. They ain't no thing man can. They ain't no thing man can hold. Therefore man must hold through. Amen. Faith is something. That's why the Bible will say have faith, or people will say have faith in God. So it's something that you need to acquire. You need to pull it into your life. Amen. And you see, God, when you have faith in God, you are pushing God. You are telling God, I'm applying your method, so you need to answer me. So this is what it's saying, assurance. Okay, a guarantee. Yeah, it's a guarantee. Substance. I like substance, and I like is evidence or confidence. Another translation to say confidence, hope for. So, one, it is a thing, it's a substance, it is a confidence, it is boldness. Boldness. All night we're talking about boldness. When you are bold, I always say that, you know, when I'm coming from Ghana or some other countries, the way I can pass through Denmark, I say, I wish I just took somebody with me. We can all slide through easily. Because if the person can adopt the boldness, you know, people who have passport, there's the way they walk. And people who don't have passport, there's the way they also walk. They are turning their head. When am I going to be stopped? When am I going to be stopped? But when you have that passport, there's a way you walk. You better not talk to me. The police will come and ask you, what is your problem? Can't you see? And then you yourself will open your mouth and say, oh, don't ask me for my driving license. I've left it in the house. Say, I never asked you for your driving license. Oh, okay, where's your driving license? You will report yourself because you don't have the right. Amen. Amen. So faith is the confidence, is the evidence, throw a dead do all. These small people who all they can do is talk and gossip and don't know action. You need people who can do great things. Amen. Look for great people. Something I always say that everybody in this country must at least have one Swedish friend. Yeah. One good Swedish friend. If you are a black man, you should have one Swedish friend who is 100% Swedish, who can influence you. Somebody might say, oh, is that not a racist comment? No. They will teach you things you don't know. Because I realize that when I work with too much of my black people, all we talk about food, ogusi soup, Charlie, some benku, some banku, some kenke, some meat. That doesn't run the country. That doesn't run the country. The good jobs and good things that I've achieved in life, it was through some good Swedish friends that I had. I said, don't you know the law has changed? That you are supposed to go there and get. I said, what? Hendrik, Svensson, man, I do that. Yeah. If you don't know, I can take you up tomorrow and I'll take you. That is why I got it. But when I call my black man, I said, what are you doing? Hey, my wife is preparing some food. Nice soup. That is all. And we would kill ourselves just to make ourselves feel good because that is life. No, you need to have. Yeah, it's important. They will teach you the things of the nation. Amen. So you don't get limited. Amen? Amen. This is important. Am I blessing somebody? Yes. So make friends. Walk around. If you don't have any Swedish friends, walk around, look for one. Put a smile on your face. Look for one. And there will be a blessing unto you. Amen? I'm about to close, don't worry. So it says what? The confidence, substance, evidence to hope for. Something you need to hope for. Something that you are hoping for. Something that it should be within you. Even if you don't have this faith, hope for it also. In other words, hope for the faith. Hope for faith. For hope, Pastor, it's called true. Because maybe what has limited us is because we don't have faith. Come for the devil. That could be the main reason. We don't have faith enough to trust God in the things that He wants us to do. So He said, have faith to hope for a conviction of things not seen. I mean, you need to. Another King James says, how did King James put it? Evidence of things hoped for and not seen. But you need to have faith that I'm going to see it. The moment you see what you are asking God for, you don't need faith again. If you are praying, do all up obey for a hus or the four hus, do but want the hot throw for 4 hus for the foot. So faith is an instrument, something that you are going to be using till we get what we want. When you get what you want, it becomes stronger. Now the four that will be also come to be starker. Amen. Amen. So this is what you need. And any message you hear, Hebrews 4 verse 2 says that the message, the gospel you are hearing, if you don't mix it with faith, it will be very unprofitable to you. If you want to put it there, put it there. That will be my last verse. And then we stand on our feet and pray. It says the gospel everybody is preaching. Today is Sunday. The whole week, people have gone to church. They've heard different messages. For good news came to us just as to them. But the message they heard did not benefit them because what? They were not united by faith with those who listen. United here, my version says that mix. They didn't mix the word with faith. So you can hear, praise the Lord, God is good. All this, if you don't mix it with faith, the blunder they may throw. You can hear that, you can get a prophecy. We have a prophet here, he can prophesy to you like everything. But what he says, if you don't mix it with faith, is nothing. So you do her for goose old, may the blunder may throw. It doesn't mean that the prophet was not the prophet of God. It means that you didn't mix it with faith. Amen? Amen. But when somebody, because you see, every time somebody is prophesying, you are to decide which one you want it to come to pass. Do you know that? Professor over that, they do some bestemming. Then some do that is kakoma, or then do really this kakoma. Because if you accept the prophecy and you accept what the man of God has said, you open up. That means, God, I want this to happen. But if you say, oh, that prophet who prophesied, I don't believe in him, I don't care, you deny and you abort the prophecy. So the prophecy don't come to pass. And God don't care when you go around saying he's not a true prophet. It's between you and your mouth. But as for God, God has already ordained that person that he should say those words at that particular time. And if you embrace it, you will be blessed. Stand on your feet and let's pray. You are going to ask God, every word that has gone ahead of me, every word that has gone ahead of me, help me mix it with great faith. Help me mix it with faith. Help me mix it with faith. I want that great faith. I want that faith. Help me to mix every word I'm waiting for to be manifested in my life, to mix it with great faith. The Bible says that faith is a gift. So you are going to ask that, God, I need a gift of faith to do what you have called me to do. I need a gift of faith to call me to do what you have asked me to do. You have asked me to do something, but I need great faith. I need the gift of faith to be able to do it. Ask God for this faith. 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 Ask God. Fråga Jesus, där Jesus, jag vill ha mer tro. Jag vill ha mer tro. Jag vill att du ska ge mig den gåvan av tro. Give me faith, Lord. Faith to overcome. Faith to overcome. Faith to overcome. Faith to overcome. Faith to mount up with wings. Faith to stand up. Faith to do the impossible. Faith to do everything that you have called me to do. Faith. Help me to have great faith. Help me to have the gift of 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 faith. You need 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 faith. Great faith. In the mighty name of Jesus. You are going to ask God to forgive you for all the days you didn't apply faith.
Bless Action Chapel, Jehovah Lord. Father, look at every individual soul that is here, that is connected to Action Chapel, oh mighty and everlasting King. Father, all of them, all of us, we come before you as living sacrifices, Jehovah Lord. Father, what we have given to you today is our souls, is ourselves, oh Lord. That is why we want to pray right now, Father, that you look at Action Chapel today. Look at the souls that it has presented to you, Jehovah Lord. Father, even right now, as we are praying, Jehovah Father, with every other giving that Action Chapel is giving to this Malmo, Jehovah Lord, every Saturday, every Friday that they go outside there, with every giving of praise that goes before you, Jehovah God, on behalf of this city called Malmo. Father, we want to commit it unto your able hands, Jehovah Lord, that you will take the offerings of Action Chapel, Jehovah Father, and that you will bring it before you as a remembrance today in the name of Jesus. Father, we want to pray right now, Father, that you break loose in this place, oh Jehovah Lord. Father, search our hearts, oh Master. Father, there is nobody who will walk out of this place, Jehovah God, today the same way that they came, oh Jehovah Father. The sacrifice that they've done, Jehovah Father, to come before you to praise you, oh Lord. Father, not to get things from you, but Father, to praise you, Jehovah Father. That is why, Father, we just want to decree right now, Father, that you open the doors of heaven over Action Chapel, Mama. Father, as you are doing that, also open doors for us, oh Jehovah Father. And Father, as I engage this prophetic tongue, Jehovah Lord, I decree, Jehovah Father, that the offerings and the sacrifices that has been made on this altar is enough to bring forth fruit, Jehovah Father. That is why we are praying for a revival in this place today in the mighty name of Jesus of Nazareth. The giving that we have given, Jehovah Lord, the prayers, the fasting that has been done in this place, Father, as an offering to you, Jehovah Lord, let it count today. And today, Father, we decree, Jehovah Lord, that enough is enough. Our lives has to change. Action Chapel has to change. That is why we are praying right now, Father, that let revival start in our hearts. Let revivals break out, Jehovah Father, because of the offerings, Father. Let the offering, let the ultimate sacrifice that your Son Jesus did for us at Calvary, today let it speak a better word against what the accuser is saying right now, oh Father. Father, the blood of Jesus that was given for us as sacrifice, that was given for Action Chapel as sacrifice, today we decree, let it speak a better testimony over us and our family lives, Jehovah God. We decree right now, Father, that even our family members, wherever they are, Jehovah Lord, that today the offerings that we have offered to you, Father, has to bring change in their lives, oh Jehovah Lord. Any businesses that we've been trusting you to start, Father, let the offerings that we have made today, Jehovah Lord, let it count, oh Father. We decree right now, O Spirit of the Most High God, move in our midst, O Father. Search our hearts, O King of Kings. Put our hearts right before your holy throne. Father, that is why even right now we want to pray. Even right now, Jehovah Lord, that Father, you lead us to lead a life that will be holy, a life that will be righteous, a life that will make us to be living sacrifices that can come before you, so that we can become an offering that can be accepted, oh Jehovah Lord. And we pray right now, Father, that Father, there is nothing that will overtake Action Chapel, Jehovah God. Father, we want to decree today, as I engage this prophetic term, oh Jehovah Lord, Father, the sacrifices that the visionaries, Apostle Cobi, and our Professor Ben, Jehovah Lord, the sacrifices and the offerings that they have made in this place, oh Jehovah God, Father, let it count, oh Jehovah Father. Father, that they left their comfortable life in Africa, in Ghana, to come to this place, Jehovah God. Father, what is an ultimate sacrifice other than that, oh Father? That's why, Father, we want to pray right now that you make them as an example in this place, that those who act in faith, that those who act in boldness, Jehovah Lord, you will reward. That is why we are praying today, oh Jehovah God. Where is the reward, Jehovah Father? Where is the reward of Action Chapel, Jehovah Lord? Father, we are not complaining, but we are reminding you, Jehovah God, that your word says that you are a rewarding God, Jehovah Lord. Today we decree right now, Father, over this dry and thirsty land, oh Jehovah God, the blood and the sacrifice of Jesus is enough to soften this ground, oh Jehovah Lord. That is why we decree right now, oh, by your might, oh Father. It is not by our eloquence, Jehovah God. It is not by our strength, Jehovah Father. But it is because of you, Father. Even right now, Father, as we go home, Father, just go with us, oh Jehovah Lord. And we want to pray right now, Father. Father, there has to be a change, Jehovah Lord. Father, there has to be a change. If you're in this room and you need change, just tell God, Father, there has to be a change. Please, just tell the Father, Father, there has to be a change. Name that area of your life that you need a change to be in. Tell your Father today there is going to be a change. In my finances today, there's going to be a change. In my spiritual life today, there's going to be a change. Because Jehovah Father, the sacrifice of Jesus speaketh a better testimony today than any other testimony. Because the ultimate sacrifice that Jesus made for us at Calvary is enough, more than enough. Jesus, we ask today, compensate us, oh Father. Compensate us, oh Jehovah Lord. We decree right now, oh Father. And Father, even right now, Jehovah God, in this house, oh Father, I have been welcomed here as a prophet. And Father, I decree the prophet's reward over your people, oh Jehovah Lord. Father, they have made an offering to you, Jehovah Father, by honoring your prophets, Jehovah Lord. That is why, Father, I have sat and I looked, Jehovah God, and Father, they have earned favor in my eyes, oh Jehovah Lord. Father, the way you would treat me, Jehovah God, the way you treat me with my wife, oh Father, Father, I pray that you treat Action Chapel. I pray, Jehovah God, Father, that you would look at them with kindness and mercies and favor, oh Jehovah God. Father, we decree right now, oh Master, we want to cry before your holy throne, Jehovah God. Let our givings, Jehovah God, come as a reminder, come as a remembrance. And Father, remember us today. Life has to change. Lives have to change. I prophesy over you tonight. I prophesy over you this afternoon. If it's a job you are desiring to have, you walk into that job this week in the name of Jesus. I'm prophesying over you right now. You need a job. I don't know how it will come to be, but we are applying the faith that Apostle has taught us today. I speak by faith. May you get work this week in the name of Jesus. I decree over you today. May good news after good news accompany you this coming week.
So tell us your name and then tell us what you think about the service.
Yeah, my name is Sahab.
Sahab.
Yeah, Mohammed Sahab.
Mohammed Sahab.
Yeah, I'm from Sierra Leone. And I think the church is very good. I'm happy I'm here.
Good. And you're happy you're here. And your wife is been singing with us. So I hope you give us the permission that she'll continue to come and sing. And then you too, you should be faithful over here. Yeah. Are you a Muslim?
Yeah, but she told me.
Wonderful.
What did she use to tell you?
I've just been talking about Christianity more and reading Bible.
So she just been preaching.
Yeah.
Woman of God, you're powerful. You preach by His grace. Amen. You preach for this man to I pray that all of you marry women like that.
Amen.
Who can preach to you. May you stay forever together. May the demon of divorce in Scandinavia never cross your house. But may you enjoy marriage. May you enjoy it to its fullness. And I come against any evil spirit that doesn't like the two of you, whether it has possessed people or who wants to use them against you. We pray that may God now anoint you and keep you, and may God bless you and bless your children. I pray that, Lord, the other children that are coming, May they be blessed. May they be blessed. May they be blessed. May your womb be fruitful. May it be soft to receive God's prophets. In the mighty name of Jesus. Amen. I see boys. You don't like girls? They are going to be boys. 2 boys. No. Yes.
Prophet, question for sir.
Okay.
Do you love football?
I play football.
You play football?
Hallelujah.
Because as Apostle was praying for you, I saw that you have a football ministry. That is why I was asking. Because I saw
He brings
ball and I saw a lot of boys. It's like you are running an academy.
Yeah, I'm going for my first trial.
Glory.
Clap for Jesus. Clap for Jesus. So you see what? God bless. You're in the right place. So don't miss church.